Hello gentlemen and welcome back to F1 2020 My Team Career Mode, here for the Belgian Grand Prix round 11 of Season 2, and we're going to be looking for a decent result here. We need some decent results. We're 60 points behind Valtteri in the championship, or 60 odd points behind him, and we really need to start clawing them back, and there's no better place to start than of one of my favourite tracks on the calendar, and one of my most successful ones in previous games and in this game, regardless of whether that's career or league racing. And we're starting our lap in Q1, and we're only doing one session because we're taking some engine penalties going into qualifying in preparation for this race and the race in Italy. And since this is a good track for us, and it's, I'd say, probably easier to overtake around here than the DRS train that is Monza, we're going to be taking the penalty here. So we're doing the usual thing of going out in Q1 to see whereabouts we are in terms of pace. I didn't want to wait till the end of the session because I really could not be arsed waiting even like 2 minutes or whatever it is for the session. So we're going to go out at the start and just see what our natural base pace is, really. Base pace, wow, okay. It's an interesting set of words. As you see, Valtteri comes across the line, he says a 38.3. So hopefully we can get somewhere close to that. We didn't go purple in the first sector. Our car, I remember the car it's an interesting setup for this race. It's very weird what the AI are like. They seem to be insanely quick in the corners, but whilst not sacrificing a ridiculous amount of straight line speed. It is an odd one, it really is, but yeah, I can't. It's probably best when we get to Season 3, and it's definitely shown at tracks like Australia and Netherlands. The weirdness of what I'm trying to say is explained really well there. So stay tuned for those in the coming probably years, because of my upload schedule is amazing. We cross the line, we do a 39.8. Not an amazing lap time, like a second off Valtteri, but I guess that's just the nature of the setup and what we've had to compromise. I was it for qualifying, beating Vettel in the rivalry with 2 races to go, so I guess this one and Italy, unless it counts this one as a race. Honestly, I don't remember. But yeah, let's go into the Belgian Grand Prix, last to first, as per usual with this career mode. Let's try and claw some positions back, and hopefully we might beat Valtteri for one race this season.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 meters of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, good top speed will be vital for success. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Ocon, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Verstappen, Albon, Perez, and Charles Leclerc, Stroll, Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Gasly, Fiat, Russell, Kevin Magnussen, and Roman Grosjean, Giovinazzi, De Vries, Latifi, and Red. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So that's the grid. Jeff giving us some interesting words there. Once now we've got points on the board. We've had points on the board since round 1, mate. Where have you been? Anyway, we're doing the typical one stop. We actually have rains scheduled for the end of the race. You can see there the wings that we're running 3.7. I usually run 1.7 around here, but for some reason I had to up it to 3.7 just to be competitive. I was losing like a second in the middle sector alone, so I had to up the wings. Yeah. And for some reason we pushed straight onto lap 4. So it turns out that my recording footage has gone walkabouts from lap 1s to 4. Looks like we had a good start. And we managed to make our way past the back markers pretty quickly as we got past our teammate there. Honestly, I don't know where that footage went, and I can't go back and retrieve it because I've had to clear space off my laptop to make room for more videos. So yeah, you know what, this could be part. Use your imagination. Imagine what happened at the start. Big pile up at turn 1. No, it really wasn't. It was just a good run by us up Eau Rouge. So anyway, cut on to lap 6 of this Grand Prix. We get ahead of Perez there. Now we're hunting down Gasly. It looks at the moment that our straight line speed seems to be pretty decent, so our setup isn't all that compromised. Once again, the Mercedes are running a mock out front. They're running clear. They're already going through P1 now. And we haven't even got to no name yet, so that's fun and engaging, I guess. And we're coming to the end of lap 6 here. Our tyres are on 41% currently. Our engine is pretty warm, just a touch, so we're going to have to run in lean a little bit, but it looks like we're going to be shaping a move on Gasly at some point. Probably not into turn 1, as that'll hamper our run and we'll probably lose DRS on Stroll. Up ahead, we've got a couple of people into the pits now, promoted up into P12. Looks like those guys will be going onto the hard tyres if they're pitting on lap 7. And now we're going to burn a little bit of ERS here to get closer to Gasly. He's going to pull us up Eau Rouge and Raidillon, and we're going to get him on the Camel Straight. Might even get Stroll as well. Our closing speed looks to be good, but not that good. As we we'll go to the inside of Gasly there, and we're actually quite close to Stroll. I have a little think, but I decided to think better of it, go for a car a lap, and we'll be okay. As it looks to us like we've made a little bit of time on the Mercedes. Maybe their tyres are starting to go off a bit more than ours are. As we now come on to lap 11, we're in P11, we're now in P8. We come on to lap 8, and this is our pit window to go onto the mediums. We're hopefully going to get past Stroll here. There'll be one less car to overtake when we come out the pits. He's pulled away from us on the exit of La Source quite well, so we're going to burn a lot of ERS. We're going to be pitting the end of this lap anyway, so we might as well burn a load of ERS to get past him. And it looks like we're going to fly past him here on the Camel Straight, clocking out at 217 miles per hour here around the outside, and that looks like the move is done as Stroll actually spins off the back of us. So we're going to have a look at what happened there. It looked like I left him a lot of room, and he wasn't anywhere alongside as what I could see. So I was right on board with Stroll here. He's twitching the car whilst going straight line, and we left him plenty of space there. He just didn't want to get up on the curb or slow down for the corner. And we're going to slow it down here. We've actually got a little bite out the front of our front wing that must have been caused from somewhere in the first 4 laps. Yeah, we gave him plenty of room, and he just understeers wide into us. We didn't change our course or speed, and we left him room, so that's Stroll's fault, completely self-inflicted. And he's lost positions because of it. Now on end of lap 8, we're going to be coming to the pits, getting very close to Vettel there. Hopefully we can potentially jump him. Also though, we've got to watch out ourselves for getting jumped as we hold up Max Verstappen there, which is very nice to see. Vettel looks like he got held as well, but we might get held by Verstappen. I actually don't think we will. And a fresh set of mediums come on, and we have a 2.9 second pit stop, and we just lose out to Vettel, which is rather annoying. Yeah, if the boys had been a bit quicker, we would have actually jumped Vettel, but it happens. We get him straight back on lap 9 anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. As you can see, the 2 McLarens, or at least the cars ahead, they're on the hard tyres, so we should be able to close into those guys pretty quickly. The Mercedes are coming to the pits now. I see lap 9. The rest of the soft runners are coming in, if they ever made a stop. And now we've got a big DRS train up ahead. Hopefully going and making moves on them quite soon. We go for a really late lunge on Leclerc there. We're pretty certain that we're going to stay in the DRS of Norris up ahead. Or actually probably going to be within the DRS of Sainz. We're just going to miss out on that, but anyway. Hopefully go for a move on Lando now. Going up the Camel Straight, even though he's got DRS and he's probably using overtake, our straight line speed is insanely good. So we'll try another late move again. We do have fresh mediums compared to their slightly older hards, and unfortunately we actually aren't able to get a move done. A bit too far away from Lando there. But now, hopefully we'll get them back at some point, hopefully relatively quickly, as coming into the bus stop chicane now. Leclerc's putting pressure on us. They're fighting up ahead. Norris and Russell and Sainz are. And it looks like, well, Russell pits. We go round the outside of Norris there. He gets caught up a bit. He didn't really expect us to be there. And now he's going to lose places to Leclerc and potentially Vettel behind. Hopefully we can get close to Sainz going down in the run to Eau Rouge. Otherwise we are going to be quite vulnerable. And luckily we do. We burn a bit of ERS to a... Actually, I don't know if that was the same lap or not. Either way, we're going to be going for a move on Sainz here. Pretty standard. Go to the left hand side. Around the outside we go, and job's a good one. And now we're into P7. Hopefully we can chase down Verstappen up ahead, who jumped us. That's interesting. Of course he was ahead of us, wasn't he? Yeah, what am I thinking? Wow, that was a proper big brain moment there. Anyway, now we're close to the back of Verstappen. Oh, it's so close to it. That's actually our fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 42.2. Probably we can definitely go faster than that. We went red, green, and then purple in the final sector. We are very strong through the final sector and the first. I have noticed that. Definitely the way the car's set up. Now on lap 18, we catch us to the back of Verstappen. He's going to put up quite a defence for this, but he sort of lets us go up the inside. There's a little bit of contact, and Verstappen's round again. It's only a half spin though. He's lost about a second, but we're going to have a look at it anyway. As on the replay here, so Verstappen squeezes a little bit on the entry to the corner, and I'd say once again there's room. I'm slowing it down here. Like Verstappen goes straight, he's got plenty of room on the right hand side, but it looks like he's actually going to cut the corner, so that's what gives me incentive to sort of push him off the track, if that makes a bit of sense. But yeah, that was self-inflicted by Verstappen there. I think could have probably left him a bit more room, but then again it would have probably pushed me right on exit. Now on lap 19 we have a very interesting situation here where a podium is on the cards, because these three absolute gaming units are battling like crazy. When I say like crazy, they're going 3 wide into the bus stop chicane here. So we've got the 2 Renaults and we've got Alexander Albon 3 wide here. This is actually incredible to see from the AI, and they managed to hold it pretty cleanly as well for the entire corner. But these guys were like 3 or 4 seconds up the road from us, and now they've literally just dropped that entire advantage, and we will be looking to get at them. We've got 3 laps left in this Grand Prix, and we're going to be in the DRS here of Ocon. I believe Ocon had a problem. Ocon or Ricciardo had a problem, and now Albon's ahead of them. Albon kind of bolted. Actually, it looks like Ricciardo's the one that's got the problem, because Ocon's gone as well. But as we go on the grass, around the outside of Pouon, there's a fantastic move. The move's still going on now. We've got Sainz really close behind us. We've got a yellow flag for something up ahead. I believe that's one of the Williams retiring. We hold this tendency going into the bus stop chicane, and that's going to be P5, last to P5 this race. Actually, no, it's not, because we're not done. Actually, this is the end of the race now. Nothing else happened. The heavens opened a little bit, and now we're going to finish the race in P5. Happy with that result, but once again we've lost a considerable amount of points to Valtteri. So the championship is looking even more dire at this stage, and I'm starting to lose a little bit of hope for it. So it turns out Lewis actually won the race and got fastest lap, so I guess all is not lost in the championship. We've only lost 8 points to Valtteri this race. I think I can definitely see an issue here, and if you remember what I said about my ethos as Hamilton jumps us in the championship, so it's actually quite close. 70 points to Valtteri, me and Hamilton on the same amount of points. But yes, if any of you remember what my ethos is for upgrading this car, is pretty much fuck the durability. We will take the pain as it comes in terms of durability upgrades as Red Bull's getting closer to us in the constructors. And yeah, we'll just focus on making the car as quick as possible, and we can make up for the times that we need to use the durability or like take engine penalties. This is biting us back in the championship a lot. We've had to take at least 2 engine penalties this season, maybe even 3. I don't remember. But yeah, well, I know we have to take at least 3 at the end of this season. I do remember that. But yeah, this is definitely hampering us in terms of our hunt for the title. But our hunt for beating Vettel in the rivalry is going well, so I guess I can't really complain on everything at the moment. It was still a good race, but I can't help thinking that if we'd have qualified at the front, we could have easily got a podium and potentially even beaten the Mercedes this race. But I guess we try for Italy, as that's the next race up. We do some reaction training for Kimi. And yeah, that was the Belgian Grand Prix. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, share and subscribe, and pray for me in the comments that I can get some good results finally and beat, at least get closer to Valtteri in the championship, because it looking like it's pretty much a repeat of season 1, where he has one person that's close to him, or 1 or 2 people that's close to him, and he's just going to run away with it. So yeah, I'll catch you all for some more from 2020 content very soon.